Shyrlene.
There are crooks, turns, uphills, and downhills, even side to side, going through life. And eventually, and hopefully, you will get on the straight course. And I'm striving to be that where nothing bothers me to the point to where I have to get off the straight course. Because a lot of times when you're going this way and that way, this way and that way, a lot of times it takes you out of yourself. I was at a football game on a Friday night, supporting one of my sons. I'm sitting here talking to you now. And what I noticed was that arm literally dropped like that. Just fell to the side. Didn't think nothing of it. Went on. This is my response. I grabbed it. Set it back up there. I went on that night after the game. Then that's on a Friday. Here comes Saturday. I went out with a teacher friend of mine because I would keep her kids. And we went to one of those jumpy houses. I don't know if you're familiar with it's just like the blow-up things that you put air in. For some reason, the whole time I was in that place, my eyes were stinging like fire. Didn't know why that was happening. I just, your eyes stinging, okay, it's running water. I'm thinking, and I'm thinking because I did smell fumes, like maybe plastic or something like that. I felt smells. I said, oh, this is burning my eyes. I went home, got ready to go to choir rehearsal. That was on a Saturday. I had to be there at 6 o'clock. The more I got ready, the slower I got. So I was pushing myself to literally go. Got dressed, went out on the front porch, the same house I'm in now, waiting on my sister-in-law, them to pick me up to carry me to the choir rehearsal. I could barely make it in the car. Made it down there. Couldn't hardly get out the car. I made it from Billerica to Carrollton, even inside the church building. Felt something, I just didn't know what it was because my body, it just felt like it wanted to shut down. But mind you, I just kept trying to push it. I said, oh, this too shall pass. I'm saying, trying to think in a positive manner and say, just something. Never got the same. I finally gave up and said, look, I can't make it. So they rushed me. They didn't call the ambulance. They didn't know what was going on with me. I didn't know that I was just in that danger zone that I was in. They drove me to Tanner in Billerica. And by the time I got there, my eyes was just going from the right to the left. Back and forth. Back and forth. I could hear Carla. I could hear Cynthia. But I couldn't make my eyes stop doing what it was doing, to really focus on them. The doctor came in and told them what was going on. Where can you stop it? Well, when it stops. And I remember them giving me some help, and that's all I remember. I don't remember nothing but waking up in this bed in the hospital. And I was more in and out, but I still didn't know, what was going on. Nobody put a title on it really till the next day. Well, you had a stroke, Miss Haynes. I said, oh, because I couldn't hardly talk. I couldn't talk. Not in my natural voice, but in my mind, I was talking. But wasn't nothing coming out. My face swollen. This leg didn't want to move. My left leg didn't want to move. And so, after processing all that, people that knew me and people that knew them just start calling in, praying through the phone, doing stuff like that. I said they sent fire through the phone because it worked. for me. You see what I'm saying? I think I was there maybe a week. And I was only there a week because I didn't have any insurance. That's the way I perceived that. I felt like it was more that they could have done to help me. But again, I didn't have insurance at that time. So my next thought upon them getting ready to release me, they had me my paperwork. I said, well, will I walk? Just talking to the doctor. I don't know. And getting news like that, the tears. I thought about my kids. I thought about my family. I thought about my daughters trying to see about me and work. They taking me home. And now they got to wait on me. I felt so useless. I felt I didn't have nothing to offer them or myself. It's a whole piece of my life. It's a piece of pie that I don't know where it is because I can't remember it. That never came back, but my walking, my talking, one day at a time. Have you ever been hungry and you fix your plate? Normally when you're hungry and you fix your plate, if you invite it, then you put some everything on there because you're hungry. Well, what helps me now is not overloading my plate. Not putting too much on my plate. Because I'm Shyrlene, I'm only one person. If I put too much on my plate, it's going to affect me. I look at what I was doing before I had my stroke. Saying about this one, doing this for that one, run here, run there, pick up this one, put down that one. My plate was full. I don't let my plate get that full now. Don't overload your plate. I don't care how hungry you get, because see, we get so hungry to help. We get so hungry. Oh, I want to help. I want to help. I want to do this. You can't do it all. I have to remind myself, Shyrlene, you're just one person. That's going to be too much for me. And if it's too much for me, I won't be no service to you.